against a 40-year-old man named Justin Baldoni and others in California claiming that she was dealing with harassment.
Blake Lively too?
Into oblivion, Megan. Wait till you see this lawsuit.
It is that many of the cast and crew had unfollowed Baldoni on social media and started to ask questions. These turned to rumors of misbehavior on set by Baldoni.
The battle between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively heats up. The Gossip Girl actress has begun to share the toll it's having on her personal life.
TMZ reported that Blake Lively has told people that there were multiple reasons that Justin Baldoni made her feel uncomfortable. It's a feminist buzzword. Uncomfortable on set of It Ends With Us.
In the dazzling, often turbulent, and always captivating world of Hollywood, where fame can be both a blessing and a curse, and where a single misstep can have far-reaching consequences, the legal battle between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively has, quite rightly, captured the attention of both industry insiders and the public. The unfolding legal proceedings, a complex tapestry of accusations, counterclaims, strategic legal maneuvers, and public pronouncements, has become a major focus of attention, dominating headlines and social media feeds. The case, a battle not just for financial compensation, but also for reputations and public image, offers a unique and compelling glimpse into the intricate workings of the entertainment industry, the power of celebrity, and the often unpredictable dynamics of legal proceedings. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video to show your support. We also love to hear what you have to say. Please drop your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below.
We always tease each other. He was, after I gave birth, he was like, oh my gosh, if I lost you and I, went to the park with our 3 kids, I mean, think of the ladies I can. This is a horrible thing to say. And he's like, I've got a long list. And I was like, oh really? Because I just have one on my list. I didn't have anyone on my list.
And then it wasn't funny anymore.
No, it's so much more of a burn. He's like, wait, who? And I was like, okay, think of someone.
Right.
Bob Newhart, I don't know.
The legal conflict began when Blake Lively, a celebrated actress known for her talent and charisma, initiated a lawsuit against Justin Baldoni. The lawsuit accused Baldoni and others of engaging in on-set behavior that caused her emotional distress and professional harm. The initial action by Lively set the stage for a high-profile, intense legal confrontation, a clash between 2 prominent individuals. The initial complaint was just the first salvo. The lawsuit, seeking damages totaling a staggering $250 million, immediately signaled that this would be a dispute. This lawsuit was about more than money. It was about defending her reputation and securing a financial settlement.
The idea that people think that they know you, I think because of how intrusive media is these days, people care so much more about your personal life than they do your work, and if you aren't open with your personal life, then they just make it up for you and share it for you.
The legal proceedings took a dramatic turn with Baldoni's decision to file a counterclaim. In this counterclaim, Baldoni was seeking $400 million, alleging that he had been the victim of extortion and defamation. These figures, the immense sums of money being sought by both parties, were staggering to outside observers. The size of the claims generated widespread speculation. The claims made by both parties had the potential to be financially devastating. This made people wonder what had happened and how the situation might be resolved. The claims, of course, were only the first step.
It's based on a beautiful, really important book, and it's about a young woman named Lily who confronts the generational cycles in her life and breaks them and ends the circle. And I hope people find it inspiring, and yet also, it's a film about a heavy topic. It's about domestic violence.
The video emphasizes that, from the very outset of the case, neither side has appeared to be willing to concede any ground. Both parties have signaled their intention to fiercely defend their reputations and livelihoods. The first significant day in court, which lasted approximately 90 minutes, proved to be a crucial turning point, and that session established the tone for the rest of the legal proceeding.
And being frank, if it were not for women giving me direct feedback in my own personal life and being, being a man who was willing to at least listen to them, there's no chance that I would be having this conversation. So the message, to answer your question, the message is very simple. As men, we need to embrace all of the parts of us that make us human. That's it. It's very simple.
During this initial hearing, a number of critical decisions were made by the presiding judge. The focus at this point was on determining the boundaries. One key decision, and one that has been discussed extensively in the media, involved the way in which the attorneys for both sides would be permitted to engage with the press and with the public in general. The judge addressed a request from Lively's team. They had asked the judge to impose a gag order. The gag order, as it was proposed, would have restricted Brian Friedman, the attorney representing Baldoni, from speaking publicly about the case. The intention behind the request was to prevent Friedman from, as one might say, conducting press interviews and from releasing evidence in a public-facing manner. This request, however, was denied. The judge ruled against Lively. It was determined that the request for a gag order was not justified. The primary reason given was that Lively's side had themselves been making public statements, participating in interviews, and otherwise engaging with the media. The ruling ensured that all sides could be heard.
She said, just read it, because I was looking for movies that could be commercial and speak to the human experience. And
Were you reading romance novels?
And I had never read a romance novel.
Never?
And she said, just trust me, read it. So I read it, and by the end of the book, I couldn't even read the text on the page because I was crying so much. My wife was in bed next to me, and she's, I got snot coming out of my nose.
We always tease each other. He was, after I gave birth, he was like, oh my gosh, if I lost you and I, went to the park with our 3 kids, I mean, think of the ladies I can. This is a horrible thing to say. And he's like, I've got a long list. And I was like, oh, really? Because I just have one on my list. I don't have anyone on my list.
And then it wasn't funny anymore.
No, it's so much more of a burn. He's like, wait, who? And I was like, think of someone. Think of someone. Bob Newhart, I don't know.
The success that Baldoni's team achieved was not limited to the issue of the gag order. Another victory that Friedman achieved was the court's rejection of a request from Lively's legal team. It was proposed that Friedman be excluded from the process of deposing her in the case. The judge, the video indicates, refused to grant that request. This decision has carried substantial implications for the future of the case. A key element of the case, as it has unfolded, has been Friedman's effective use of the media to present his client's position and to challenge the claims that have been made by Lively. He had also been successful in releasing documentation. And again, if you're enjoying this, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Also, share any thoughts or comments.